As President Trump threatens further tariffs, the European Parliament has decided to keep its trade with the U.S. frozen. This as it unveils plans to protect the bloc from what it sees as unfair trade competition from the likes of China. But the move has not been without criticism. The plan will set made-in-Europe requirements for public procurement when making products like aluminium and electric vehicles. Some say it may lead to a rise in protectionism. William Denselow has been covering this story, and he filed this report for CNA from Brussels.
According to European officials, the latest developments in the Middle East further point to the need for this kind of initiative to provide more resilience for supply chains and confidence for European manufacturers and businesses. Under the IAA, the plan is simple. They want to boost manufacturing, grow businesses and create jobs. Now, when it comes to the tangibles for this plan, well, it seeks to bolster the manufacturing industry to 20% of EU GDP by the year 2035. That's compared to roughly 14% that it is today. In order to do this, well, the plan simply is among the plans is to provide taxpayer cash to help with European production, especially when it comes to the so-called Made in Europe proviso to provide low carbon requirements for public procurement. Now, when it comes to the issue of decreasing dependency, this plan comes amid heightened times of geopolitical tensions as well as trade tensions, even with the EU's most long-standing and most interwoven allies, the likes of the United States. Huge tensions over the threat of tariffs. And of course, the EU also facing what it describes as threats posed by the likes of China and unfair trade practices as they see it. We've heard from European officials that they say that this is key to this plan to help industries like the steel, like the aluminium, concrete sectors, as well as clean tech as well. EU officials saying that if they do nothing, then 100% of clean tech will come from China in the future.
Si 100% de nos batteries à terme sont faites en Chine, qui va investir dans nos sites industriels si nos produits sont plombés par du dumping injuste, nous devons produire davantage sur ces secteurs stratégiques.
This plan has not been without its critics, some claiming that the Made in Europe provision will lead to a rise in protectionism. That has been rejected by the European Commission, saying that recent free trade deals with the likes of India, with the likes of the Mercosur bloc of South American nations, dispels that critique. They also say that essentially under this plan that they are open to working with partners outside of Europe, but they say that if other partners uphold its commitments, then the European Union will respond in kind when it comes to market access. We've had a little bit of reaction, some environmental NGOs saying that there is the carrot when it comes to low carbon requirements, but perhaps lacks the stick. We have also heard from European Metals who have come out endorsing this plan, saying that it is not about protectionism. They say it's about Europe's economic security. For CNA, I'm William Denselow in Brussels.